everybody, it's me, Hannah, obviously. I don't know why I say that every time, y'all know it's me. But today I'm doing a tag video. It's called the photography tag. I think, if I'm wrong, I'll link it in the description. I was tagged by Aperture and Books, and her video is great. You should go check it out. I love her channel. And Shannon Reads is the one who did the original tag, and I'll link both of their stuff down below. Okay, let's get started. So the first one is fast shutter speed, name a fast-paced book. Even though this book is so magnificently huge, I still finished it in 2.5 days. And that might seem like a long time to some people, but it's A Storm of Swords by George R.R. Martin. This is my favorite book in the series. It is just absolutely jam-packed with action the whole entire time. I felt that this one had the most plot, and it had the best character development as well, because then you go into the 4th book and it's like a bunch of new different characters. So yeah, this is definitely my favorite. It's just, it has so many different plot lines going on at the exact same time. Oh my goodness, don't even get me started on that. It's really good. I felt like this one had the most going on, and I loved it. Okay, so the next one is slow shutter speed. Name a slow-paced book. A book that was slow-paced for me was The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. This book, I was very upset. I wasn't upset with the book, because the book is amazing. It is really well written. The plot line is there. The plot line is great. It's just, it was too slow burning for me, and I found it very slow. I didn't find it boring. I just found that the plot line moved slowly. But I have a huge respect for the writing in this book and the visualization for the circus and the surrounding things going on. And yeah, but to me this book moved very, very slow, and I wish that I liked it more, but yeah, I didn't, and I'm sorry. So the next one is Pretty Picture. Name a book with a pretty cover. That's not too hard. If you've been on my channel at all, you know that I think that this is the most gorgeous cover in the whole entire world, and it's this one. This is Lacey's Story by Stephen King. This is a great book. It has a really imaginative storyline. It's not really a horror book. I guess it is. It's kind of a thriller at times, and there are some really horrible things that happen in this book, but the cover, I mean, come on, look at that. It's so beautiful. This book is probably one of the best covers I own, and I love that it's on my bookshelf because it's so pretty. Name a book that brightens up your day. And this is, well, actually, it's The Fellowship of the Ring. This is The Two Towers, but I can't find it on my bookshelf. It's somewhere up there. I just don't really know where. But yeah, these books make me so extremely happy. I think it's just because of the memories that I have associated with them, and the movies actually. But I read Lord of the Rings. I've only reread a couple of books in my whole entire life, and I'm actually talking about 2 of them in this tag. But Lord of the Rings I reread 2 Christmases ago, and it was probably one of the happiest memories I have reading a book. I was just surrounded by family, and we were all playing cards, and we were just having such a good time, and I loved it, and it was beautiful, and I was laughing, even as I was reading, paying attention to them too. I was laughing, and I don't know, it just, whenever I think of Lord of the Rings, I just get reminded of such happy times. And we also watched all 3 of the movies over that Christmas, so it was a lot of fun. Leading lines. Name a book that drew you in. And the number 1 book that drew me in was The Bear and the Nightingale by Catherine Arden. I don't have it. I will put it up right here. But it is just such a wonderful book. At the very beginning, there is somebody telling a folklore story of Russian folklore, like maybe a fairy tale, but it was more like folklore because it was really, really dark. And I mean, the writing, even in that little story, just drew me in so freaking fast. Oh my goodness. And even, oh man, it was so beautiful. And yeah, I knew I was going to enjoy it from that story on. It was so great. Yeah. So this is Wide Aperture, Name a Book That Opened Your Eye. And I don't really know what that means, but it is Green Angel by Alice Hoffman. This is the only book that I have reread multiple times in my life. It's very short, and it is like double spaced and has big letters. And I mean, it's like not even, I mean, you could read this in like a matter of hours. This book was really good. It just made me realize, and I read this at a young age, so it just made me realize like how much I had at that age, and you know, how quickly things could get taken away from me. And I don't know, I just really enjoyed it. Anyway, so it's about this girl who basically loses everything and then like has to learn to, I don't know, get her life back together on her own. It's like it's like magical realism, I think, is what genre this would be in, or category. The next one is Unusual or Interesting Focal Point. Name a book that has an unusual plot. And I chose Vicious by V.E. Schwab. This is basically about EOs, which is extraordinary people, I think. I actually did a review on this in my 5 books, 5 reviews video. I can link it down below for you if you want to see that. But I don't want to say too much because it just will give things away. But yeah, this book is based on extraordinary abilities, basically, and near-death experiences, and I really thought that that was cool. Narrow Depth of Field. Name a book with a blurred ending, not seeing what was coming next. And I would have to say a book that ends and you don't really know what's happening. I would have to say the whole Lemony Snicket series. Every time one of the books in those series ended, you just really didn't know what was going on. You didn't know what was going to happen next. I mean, I think you found out where you were going to go when the next book came out, and you saw the title, which I thought was really cool. But I also really didn't like not knowing things, so that always really frustrated me growing up. But yeah, I thought those books were wonderful, and you really didn't know what was happening, like, ever. They're so bizarre. They're so much fun to read. So the next one is Large Depth of Field. Name a book that was predictable. And I actually am I pride myself on knowing what was going to happen in this book. But the book that was predictable for me was Murder on the Orient Express. And I love reading mystery novels because the whole time I'm reading, I'm just like trying my best to figure out what's gonna happen next, or you know, who actually did it, and I'm just guessing the whole time. And sometimes I even like write things down. This one was really good, and I am very surprised that I actually guessed it. And because usually, I mean, like almost 100% I'm wrong because there's always something that I miss or something like that. But yeah, so that is the end of my photography book tag. I hope you enjoyed it.